Hello friends, you are welcome to Bay, Being an Engineer YouTube channel. From today onward, we are going to bring a complete series of videos on GD&T. This is first tutorial of GD&T. Our content for this video is what is GD&T and its significance, GD&T versus CD&T, standards of GD&T, and what is ASME by 14.5 2018. Friends, to understand GD&T correctly, don't miss any content from this series, and we are sure these videos will add value in your knowledge. Now let's start. What is GD&T? If you ask me its long form, then it simply stands for Geometric Dimensioning and Tolerancing. But what does it exactly means? GD&T is a symbolic language used in engineering drawings to define allowable variations in geometry and dimensions. Now, some people may ask, why do we need these variations? Why these variations are important? You can design any part in CAD and make its drawing, but while manufacturing, it's not possible to get exact part or dimension as per drawing. So, there should be some variations in dimension so parts can be manufactured, and also it will satisfy our functional requirement and will give some freedom to manufacturing department. So I think from today onward, if anybody asks you what is GD&T, you won't just say geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. It is a symbolic language to define allowable variation in geometry and dimensions. So now the question comes that is there any alternative for GD&T? What are the significance of GD&T over the others, and how GD&T is important? Yes, there is an alternative for GD&T, which is CD&T. CD&T stands for Coordinate Dimensioning and Tolerancing. In Coordinate Dimensioning and Tolerancing, we simply use plus or minus tolerance in dimensions, means anyone can easily understand these dimensions and tolerancing. But there are certain drawbacks of CD&T which leads to formation of GD&T. Let's see with example. Consider this part. We will draw its front view, top view and side view. Here this hole is having a 10 mm diameter and this hole is also having a 10 mm diameter. We will define the position of this hole from the first hole with the dimension 40 plus or minus 1 mm and from this 30 plus or minus 1 mm. Here we will give CD&T. Again we will draw some more views for GD&T. Here in GD&T we will define the position of same hole with the position tolerance. This is 40 mm and this is 30 mm. We will call this as a datum A, datum B and datum C. Now define its position with position tolerance of phi 2 mm with respect to A, B and C. Now actual meaning of both these tolerances is same. Now see, here it's 40 plus or minus 1 mm, means it can go up to 41 mm or 39 mm, and here either up to 31 mm or 29 mm. So our axis can lie in between rectangular, or we can say a square area like this. But if you go diagonally and calculate this distance, it's coming 1.41 mm. Technically speaking, it should be equal in any direction, but in this case it's not equal. In case of GD&T, this is overcome. Here phi 2 mm means axis of this hole can lie in a circle having diameter 2 mm. So this 40 mm can go up to 41 mm and 39 mm. Here it can go up to 31 mm and 29 mm. And also we are getting plus or minus 1 mm in any direction. So it's better to go for GD&T rather than CD&T. Now here, while checking this part in mass production, there are lots of chances it can be measured in various ways. means one person can measure this part by keeping on a picture like this, or other person can measure this part like this. And with variations in measurement methods, results also can vary from person to person. But in GD&T, we give direction for the measurements by giving datums. So if any person is measuring or inspecting part, have to follow datum scheme, and you can inspect your part directly on pictures also. So it makes inspection easier and proper. In this view, this is an axis of hole. Now consider hole diameter having a plus or minus 1 tolerance. So this hole can vary from 9 to 11 mm. Now there may be a chances that this hole gets drilled like this. Again, if the diameter of hole lies in between 9 to 11, it's an okay part for inspecting person. But actually it's not okay because its axis is not perpendicular to the surface. So in case of CD&T, you can't control the geometry of a part or a feature. But in case of GD&T, you can control the geometry of part with the geometric tolerance. These are the some points which shows the importance of GD&T over CD&T. Now we will see standards of GD&T. There are two standards of GD&T which are ISO, International Standards Organization, and ASME. ASME stands for American Society of Mechanical Engineers. In ASME, Y14.5 2018 is the latest standard for GD&T. Actually, both of these standards are 90% same. Here we will see what is ASME Y14.5 2018 stands for. ASME means American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Y14.5 is the standard number and 2018 is the revision year. Now we will summarize what we have learned today. We have learned what is GD&T and its significance, GD&T versus CD&T, standards of GD&T, and what is ASME Y14.5 2018. Guys, hope so you liked the videos. Please share it with your friends and subscribe our channel.